Good morning, friends. Myself, Abdullah Kurban Sherikar, Assistant Professor, Department of Pharmacology, SVKM Institute of Pharmacy, Dhule, Maharashtra. Today we are going to study about the cell part 2. In previous lecture of the video, we have learned about what is the cell and its organization, how the cell is organized. Now, after completion of this lecture, the aim of this or the learning outcome of this presentation or the lecture is to understand the role of cytoplasm and its cytoskeleton. Second, the role of the cell organelles which are present in the cell. Now first we will think about the cytoplasm. What is cytoplasm? Cytoplasm is a cellular content which is present in between the plasma membrane and the nucleus, and it contains two components. One is the cytosol and other one is the cell organelles. Now first, what is the cytosol? It is also called as the intracellular fluid. It consists of 55% total cell volume. It contains 75 to 90% of water. It also contains ions, protein and glucose. Major component or the cellular component which are present in the cytosol is the ions, proteins and glucose. The function of cytosol is to maintain the cell structure and its growth, and it surrounds the cell organelles. Apart from these ions, proteins and glucose, there are other materials which are present in the cytosol or the dissolved or the embedded in the cytosol, that are fatty acids, lipids, triglycerides, glycogen, and it is a site for glycolysis, and lastly amino acids. Remember that cytosol contains major amount of iron, proteins and glucose, and these amino acid, fatty acids, lipids, triglyceride, glycogen, they are present in least amount as compared to ions, glucose and proteins. What is the cytoskeleton? Cytoskeleton is nothing but the network of protein filaments that extend throughout the cytosol. There are three types of filaments. One is the microfilament, second one is the intermediate, and third one is the microtubules. Now we will study one by one. Microfilaments. Here is the structure of the microfilament. The microfilaments, they are prevalent or the concentrated at the edge of the cell. They are formed or the composed from the two protein molecules, that is actin and myosin. Microfilaments are thin elements, and here the microvillus, it is a non-motile. Villi of microfilaments are non-motile. Remember one thing. Second, what are the functions of the microfilaments? It regulates the movement of the cell organelles. Second, provide the mechanical support to microvilli. Third, remember one thing here I want to quote here, that microvilli have larger surface area, and the GIT system consists of small intestine where the microvilli are more concentrated. That's why the major proportion of absorption takes place in the small intestine, because of the larger surface area of the microvilli. Next, the microfilament regulate the various functions such as muscle contraction, cell division and the locomotion or the movement of the cell. They also plays an important role in the embryonic development particularly by the process or the series of events characterized by the invasion of the WBC cells to fight against the infection. Second filaments are cytoskeleton, that is the intermediate filaments. This is structure for the intermediate filaments. They are thicker in nature, whereas microfilaments are thin. The role of the intermediate filament is to provide the mechanical support to the cell organelles, and they also essential to stabilize the position of the organelles. Third cytoskeleton is the microtubules. Here is the structure for the microtubules. They are largest in nature. They are long unbranched hollow tubes. They made from the protein tubulin. Remember, microfilaments are produced from the actin and myosin, whereas microtubules are produced or decomposed from the tubule proteins. The assembly of the microtubules, particularly in the cell organelles, is called as the centrosome. And here, by seeing the picture, one can notice that the microtubules grow outward or the periphery. They also essential or they play a critical role in the determination of the shape of the cell, and they control the movement of cell organelles with the help of microvilli. Now the cell organelles. First one is the centrosome. It is located near the nucleus. Second, there are two components of the centrosome, that is the pair of centrioles and pericentriolar material. Two centrioles and one pericentriolar material. And centrosome replicate during the cell division. Remember, centrosome replicate during the cell division to produce new daughter cells, identical daughter cells. Here is the structure of the centrosome. They are centrioles. They are cylindrical in nature, and second thing that the 9 clusters of 3 microtubules triplet, and they are circularly arranged. In previous slide you can see there is a circle. In that square box, there is a triplet of centrioles, and they are arranged in a circular pattern, and there are 9 such kind of centrioles are present. Second, pericentriolar materials. They are ring-shaped complexes and composed from the protein, that is tubulin protein. Tubulin complexes, they plays an important role in the growth and development of the mitotic spindle, particularly in the cell division. And they also plays a role in the cell division and microtubule formation, particularly in non-dividing cell. Remember, tubulin complexes plays particularly role in the microtubule formation, particularly in the non-dividing cells. Next organelle is the cilia. These are the motile projections of the cell surface. They are numerous in nature, short, and they have hair-like projections. I am talking plural word, that is cilia. Singular word is the cilium. Each cilium consists of 20 microtubules surrounded by plasma membrane. Remember, I am not talking about cilia, I am talking about its singular word, single cilium. And each single cilium consists of 20 microtubules which are surrounded by the plasma membrane. And each cilium is anchored or attached to the basal body, particularly below in the plasma membrane. Below to the plasma membrane. Next, what they functions, cilia, what they functions, they coordinate the steady movement of fluid among the cell surface. They coordinate the steady movement of fluid along the cell surface. The cell cilia, particularly, they are much concentrated, particularly in the respiratory cells, and where they sweep up the foreign particles trapped in the muscles away from the lungs, particularly due to the mucus secretions. The foreign particles, they are attached to the mucus, that's why they are not sweep out from the body. In that case, cilia can help to sweep or throw out the foreign particles which are present in the mucus, and that's why the lungs can perform easily its function. One thing I want to quote here, in case of cystic fibrosis, there is a formation of thick mucus secretion. That's why there is a difficulty in the breathing as well as coughing. In that case, the cilia plays an important role to eliminate or throw out the foreign particles which are present in the mucus. This is structure of the cilia. Now the last is the flagella. The structure of flagella is similar to cilia. They are much longer in nature. They produces wave-like motions, as you can see in the picture. Example, only sperm cell. Example of flagella is only sperm cell. Remember, example of flagella is only sperm cell. References, it is taken from Principle of Anatomy and Physiology by Gerard J. Tortora and Brian Derrickson, 13th edition. Thank you.